Judaism has had a long history in Hawaii. The earliest reference to this can be found was documented in the log of a whaling ship Neptune in 1798, in which the Hawaiian king came aboard accompanied by a Jewish cook. Judaism's presence in Hawaii continued with numerous Jewish merchants arriving in the 17th century and becoming involved in the sugar and coffee plantations. One of the most intriguing stories of Judaism in Hawaii follows Ellis Abraham Rosenberg, who arrived in 1886 from San Francisco. Here he was able to befriend King David Kalakaua and become the royalty source for knowledge and advice on Judaism. When he returned to San Francisco in 1887, he left his Sefer Torah and Yad in the possession of the king, where it remained in royal possession for generations before gifted to the Temple Emanu in 1960. The beginning of organized Judaism in Hawaii started in 1901 when 40 residents formed the Hebrew Congregation of Hawaii. Although this only lasted about 6 years, a more permanent organization of the Jewish community began when the Jewish Welfare Board Center was founded following World War I. The Temple Emanu itself traces its origin to 1938 when 35 Jewish families founded the Honolulu Jewish community on Oahu. With the help of the Jewish Welfare Board, a small chapel was soon acquired and converted into a Jewish community center, Hawaii's first synagogue building. This building continued to serve great importance to the Jewish community through World War II, and in 1942, the Honolulu Jewish community was able to establish a Hebrew burial society and it consecrated a Jewish cemetery within the Oahu Cemetery in Nuuanu. Between 1950 and 1951, the Jewish Welfare Board officially adopted the name Temple Emanu and purchased its first home on Oahu Avenue. The temple soon appointed its first full rabbi, the former chief rabbi of Budapest, Rabbi Francis Kiviski. In 1953, the temple became affiliated with the Union of American Hebrew Congregations, a group that continues to this day as the Union for Reform Judaism. After outgrowing its previous structure, the temple purchased the site of its current synagogue at the Castle House property on New Avenue in 1960, building the original synagogue in Hawaii.
Judaism has around 13 million followers throughout the world, mostly in Israel and the United States. In the early 1950s in Hawaii, the congregation size went from 60 members to more than 300. Today, this congregation has grown to become Hawaii's biggest and only affiliated union of Reform Judaism Jewish congregation. A special festival that takes place on March 2nd, 3rd, and 9th and 10th is the 17th Annual Jewish Film Festival that is sponsored by Temple Emanu. The festival will show 10 recent world-class documentaries, dramas, and comedies portraying Jewish culture, contemporary situations, and historical events. One of the well-known social services they perform are the coming of age for boys and girls. For boys at the age of 13, they are celebrated by becoming a bar mitzvah. According to Orthodox and conservative Jews, girls at the age of 12 are celebrated by becoming a bat mitzvah. Although, according to Reform Jews, girls at the age of 13 are celebrated. This celebration brings them to the world of responsibility, being held accountable for their actions and becoming a big part in their community. Sisterhood of Temple Emanu works to promote Jewish learning and living through programs that enrich the lives of our friends, family, and community. These sorts of programs are Break the Fast on Yom Kippur, community projects, Jewish or not, and meals of consolation.
The Temple Emanu holds various meetings ranging from simple talks to educational classes and services. On Wednesdays, the temple holds Kadima programs for many learners who are interested in becoming a bar mitzvah or bat mitzvah. In this program, the students are taught Hebrew. In this meeting, classes are 2 hours long. Students are able to learn within a group or class, or individually. Another class that is also held is the School of Jewish Studies, which is for children that are 5 to 12 years old. In this class, the students learn about Judaism. Like all religions, temples are built for gatherings and celebration or deepening a follower's faith in their religion. At the Temple Emanu, Shabbat services are held on Friday nights at 7:30 p.m. And once a month, on the fourth Friday, the Shabbat service will be held at 6 p.m., and a communal dinner will follow afterwards.